left my campsite in Kerrville, Texas, located in the hill country, and moved to the Midland, Odessa area, located in the Permian Basin. Once I got on I-10, the first thing I saw was a sign for El Paso, 479 miles. I continued on north toward my destination through the hill country and saw the landscape change from hilly and rocky to flat farmland and later to dusty desert. Once I got into the Permian Basin, the oil wells and the oil industry were on full display. There were oil wells everywhere, tanker trucks, and just generally a dirty, dusty environment. Found another Stonehenge here in Texas. Probably got a lot of wind noise. It's windy out today. I kind of like this tree here as much as anything. I've got a sidewalk around it. I'll walk around this side so that we're seeing it from the sunny side and not staring into the sun. But this looks a lot more realistic as far as the construction and destruction, with stones on the ground. There's something I think they call the keystone, which was at the other Stonehenge, and I've not found it here, but it's sort of like the entry gate comes into a stone just inside that has some significance. Oh yeah, this is real stone. There's the drill marks, which you wouldn't have those in prehistoric times. I visited the Midland Army Airfield Museum, home to the High Sky Wing of the Commemorative Air Force. The High Sky Wing operates 6 Commemorative Air Force aircraft and numerous member-owned aircraft. These World War II era aircraft are maintained and flown by volunteer members of the High Sky Wing. While in Midland, I visited the Permian Basin Petroleum Museum. Most of the museum is for children, with lots of buttons to push and lights that flash. I enjoyed seeing the oil rigs outside and the chaparral race cars. They also have the state's largest mineral gallery and a Western art collection. left Midland, Texas for Alpine, Texas, and I enjoyed driving through the desert and watching the mountains slowly rise up out of the desert as I got closer and closer to Alpine. The stretch of desert you see behind you is the Marfa lights area where people come to see Marfa lights. I just expected this to be a little pull-off on the side of the road, but much to my surprise, there's a whole damn big viewing center up here with bathrooms and everything. And also I was kind of surprised, but at any rate, I'll walk out through here and let you see a little bit of what this looks like, and show you a little bit of it right here. And I'm gonna head on down the road 34 miles to the Prada Store, I think, and see what the Prada Store looks like. These are just places that everybody has to check off when they're out here in West Texas, way West Texas. So we'll check back in later. I thought I'd stop and take a picture just to show you a little bit of the old out west here. There's a windmill back there and an oil pump and some other things. And then there's some other things here. If anybody's watched the movie Giant, apparently these were props or had something to do with the movie Giant. I made it to Prada, Marfa, near Valentine, Texas. We're about 44 miles from Alpine, where I'm staying. We're out in the middle of nowhere. There's absolutely nothing here. I saw a sign coming this way, said no services for 74 miles. They have a fence around the back with all of these locks of love, as they call it. I took a day trip north from Alpine through Fort Davis to the McDonnell Observatory. It was a beautiful day, beautiful drive through the mountains, and finally came around a curve and saw the observatory on the mountaintop. I made it up to the McDonnell Observatory. They are reservation only, and with COVID, I guess they have limited availability. They have several bus tours scheduled today, so there's no general admission available today, but that's okay. I was coming up here anyway, and if it was important, I would have gotten online and made a reservation or checked. But it was a beautiful day, nice day for a drive. So this is what the facility looks like. There's a couple observatories up on the hill behind me there, and there's a couple of telescopes right here, and then there's another one on the hill over here. So they have multiple telescopes, multiple observatories set up all around. So I'm going to walk around and take a little walking tour of the area. This is the visitor center, which is the part you have to pay admission to. And I asked what they had inside, and they said a gift shop and bathrooms. And then I'm guessing everything else is just stuff that you have to look at and read. So I'm not missing much there. I took a day trip from my campground in Alpine to Big Bend. The first thing I passed was a border checkpoint. As I continued south, I was surprised to see the mountains and the vast expanse of the landscape. I visited Santa Elena Canyon and Terlingua and returned home for a 255-mile round trip that day. We're leaving Santa Elena Canyon behind and headed back up the Ross Maxwell Scenic Drive to Panther Junction Road and Terlingua. That's it for this trip.